Hi Pisces, good morning and welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you returning to the channel, welcome back. For those of you who are new, welcome. I am Nicole. It is a privilege always to have each and every single one of you here with me. Pisces, I know it's been a hot minute. I wanted to get the mid-months out a little sooner. As you can see, I've got rolls of shelves back behind me. For those of you who followed me for a while, I've closed my retail space and have converted everything to an online presence only. You can check out the website at holisticallyzenwb.com. There's a full list of products and services serving everybody globally now. So big transitions and changes for me, but thank you for your patience and understanding, for hanging around. For those of you who have commented, subscribed, liked, and shared the channel, thank you again very, very much. Personal readings are open and available as well, and that information can be found in the description box below, as well as the About section of the page, and then again via the website. So Pisces, we're going to jump right into it. This will be for your sun, your moon, your rising, and your Venus cross watcher. If that is you, welcome back as well. If you're joining for the first time, welcome as you know too. And then guys, always discern the messages accordingly. Remember that not everything is going to fit your story, and discern it. Be smart about it. So I got cat hair or what? Anyhow, Pisces, when I was intuitively picking up some messages, what I heard from Spirit was you feel like you're stuck somewhere between, or stuck somewhere in between, or feeling like you're both, or you're living both in heaven and hell. And it's like trying to, I hate to use the word balance, but trying to strike, where it is that you want to be. And it's like maybe for every good experience you're having, something else is coming in and kind of knocking you off of that emotional pedestal. I think that you're trying to charm your way through situations. I think you're trying to hold an uplifted perspective on things. You're trying to maintain what feels good, right? But then somewhere in the midst of this, these little things are happening, or maybe even bigger things depending on your situation. And it's like, for every good thing, there's a bad thing. And it's like, why can't these two things just either go one direction or the other? I may have to sneeze, just heads up. My nose is burning. So Pisces, I feel like you kind of feel caught in the middle of whatever this energy is, and it's like highs and lows that are occurring for you. And I think overall you're maintaining an optimistic and positive viewpoint, but it's like, I'm tired, right? Like, what the hell? Here we go again. Can something just get on course and stay the course for me, please? So, just be aware. You are trying to balance out some energies right now. Spirit said, don't even ask why. Don't even ask why these things are happening. They're saying know that they are happening for you rather than against you. And that's something too. I keep getting the hiccups. I don't know what's been going on this week, but anyhow, it's like I tell people continuously, when we're in a rut, we have something going on. And it's, we tend as humans to get into a little bit of victim mode, going, why is this happening to me? And it's like, the flip to that is, this is happening for me, not against me. What am I supposed to be learning during this time? And I always talk about learning. We're always learning. We're always evolving. We're always working on healing. We're having these, Spirit is saying, interchangeable experience with other people. And you're seeing contrast within that. So it's kind of like the devil angel kind of energy, right? You've got one on one side, one on the other. Like, God, take this path. Oh no, take that path. And then there's somewhere in the middle of this, I think that you're discovering yourself, going, this is really what I want. But these two energies that are mixing up around you are causing a little bit of confusion for you right now. So we're going to dive into the cards. Those are the intuitive messages right off the bat, and we'll see what comes out. Some of you too, predominantly my female Pisces, could be really looking, or swear to God, it's like it comes through my whatever faster than I can get it out of my mouth. Some of you may be looking or working on your looks. Geez, mini. Could be working on your looks pertaining to like the shape of your torso or something to that effect. So it's like, do I feel comfortable? Excuse me, extra confirmation, Pisces. And I'm not saying masculines, you're not in the same energy, but primarily or predominantly, I think for the female Pisces, if I can get this out of my mouth, oh, sweet Jesus. It's just like, you want to be seen. You want to be heard. You're wanting to be acknowledged. And masculine's, the energy that's coming through with that too, is like, you may be in a space of some quiet, you know, and guys, we all have this masculine and feminine energy within us. So it's like, you know, you may be seeing it depending on where it is you are in your energy at this time, that you're either kind of quiet about it, but thinking about it. And for others of you who are standing in that feminine energy, wanting to be seen, wanting to be heard, wanting to work on some physical appearance regarding the chest space for whatever reason. So I'm not sure what that message is about, but there you go. It's like, I just heard confirmation. The Lust card comes out. You know, when I talked about the chest here just a second ago, I was kind of trying to keep it PG as much as I could, so I'm not getting flagged for something. But it does feel like there's a draw. There could be some energy that is essentially tempting you, or you're trying to seek that out at this time. And it's like, you want to feel love. So your sexual desires, we'll put it, are maybe hitting a bit of a peak, a bit of a notch kind of thing. And so it's like the temptation surrounding some physical intimacy could be peaking, and it's like, I need to take better care of myself. I'm hearing from Spirit self-conscious about certain parts of you, and this is probably the strangest reading ever for me in regards to something like this. But they're showing me like picking, like going, oh wait, there's a pinch of fat, or there's some kind of extra skin, or, you know, it's something like that. It's almost like just looking at yourself and going, this could be tighter, this could be better, my chest could be larger, ladies, you know, stuff like that. Like, what do I have to do to feel more confident about myself and to make someone else feel confident enough in me to come to me? So, you know, this emotional energy, and it's like, you're forgetting that you're fine the way you are. Okay? So it's like, if people are drawn to you and they're attracted to you, they're going to be attracted to you regardless. And if not, if it's all superficial, you don't want that shit. It's not what we're here to do. You know, like a Mercedes and a Honda could look the same essentially in some capacity. It's about the name, the brand, the title. You know, just be you. Just be exactly who you are and love who you are. Everything else will fall in line after that. It's about the self-love, the self-discovery. So Pisces, what else? What else, Pisces? The vision. Yeah, again, it's like you're really examining this way. And I'm going to show you, these two cards are two separate decks, right? I have the cards for the signs. But Pisces, you can see what she looks like in there. Some very light colored hair. Again, female energy to me. You take a look at her on this card, a bit of the same kind of vibe, right? With that Lust card. It's kind of like my Devil card of this deck. And then the vision. Same, I know it's kind of bright, but there you go. Same kind of energy within that. And it's like the same person over and over and over again is also what I'm hearing. And that can be indicative of Spirit is saying falling in love with the same person over and over and over again. Always trying to pull that same person in over and over and over again. But there's something to me about this connection, or whatever this is, tied to you, that it's a little toxic somehow. And I think it's the way that it's being seen, whether it's by you, and you could also be dealing with somebody who you're investing some time, energy, and effort into, or trying to get their attention. And they're just not giving it to you at this time. Not the way that you had hoped. It's almost like they're enjoying the attention that you're giving them, but it's like what you're asking for in return is not being reciprocated. So male or masculine, feminine energy, it doesn't matter, right? So let's see here. And this is, that 8 is, you know, the cycle, listening. Spirit says, are you listening to your higher self? Because in this energy, you need to let go of I just said about like the, you know, the cars, a Honda, a Mercedes, whatever, right? Like, the beauty is still lying within you. This is about you. It's about what radiates from within you to the outside world, not what it is that it's actually, it's, you know, your energetic presence. It's not actually what is seen with the eyes. It's what's felt with the heart, is what Spirit is saying. This listening is like, Spirit said it's the progression of learning something that you've never known before. You know, so it's like to listen to hear, but again, there's this attentive energy to a particular situation that is transpiring around you right now. And it's, you know, you could see this energy, and I'm gonna say this is not gonna be for all of you, but you're seeing this energy kind of go back and forth, where like maybe they may be in tune for 5 minutes of your day, and it's like, oh, you know, there's that feel good, and then they seem to disengage, and you're still trying to like gain that attention, or that, you know, whatever this is. Spirit said you're trying to feel your insecurities right now, Pisces. Why are you feeling insecure about yourself at this time? It's very important to understand where it is you're creating self-doubt. It's illusionary, right? Self-doubt, we get into it, we beat ourselves up. But they're asking you to let it go, to transform this energy, to know your value, to know your worth, to know what you're capable of. So let's see what else comes out with this. Spirit is saying if you've thought about releasing this situation, understand that it's going to be very bittersweet, no matter what you do. So if you've been in this entanglement with somebody or something for a prolonged period of time, of course there's memories, of course there's nostalgia, of course there is, you know, the draw to always go back to something that is comfortable and familiar, but how is it helping you in the long run? Are you just kind of putting yourself on hold and not making any forward movement? Have faith and break free, the same as that letting go. You have to trust that it doesn't matter. Like if somebody else is not even gonna like vibing, you know, whatever, for a lack of better words, you know, they're not being drawn into you. That's not about you, it's about them. And that is so important to understand, that it's not about where you are. And so where their attention is just something that's going on with inside of that particular person, or, you know, their situations. Whoever you're dealing with, Spirit says they've got a lot of growth to do. And it's kind of like you may be feeling like you're getting sucked in behind it. And it's kind of, again, this idea of needing this attention, or needing this to be seen, you to be seen. And it's like, I'm going to hold off everything else until you see me. I'm going to wait for you to address me before I just cut loose. And, you know, you look at this and she's got the 2 fish, Pisces, there you are, right? She's holding them back. She's holding them back. But I think that part of this, Pisces, is you're creating such a wall to a situation. You're standing in the face of something and trying to hold it back, keep it up, whatever it is. It's starting to get a little heavy. And that may be where this self-doubt is creeping in for you. That it's like, you know, I'm getting to pay attention and reassess. I'm getting tired of bearing this burden. And I heard let it on my own. You cannot, in any capacity, make it up. Let it go. Letting go, let it go. This situation for you, it's causing you more grief than it is doing you any kind of good. And it could be obsessing over a particular situation. It could be, I really do feel this is about another person. And it's like you may have shut yourself down, closed yourself off because of this situation, that you know, holding it back, holding everything back until somebody else gets it. They won't get it, not the way that you want them to. Spirit said they can't see it through your eyes. They don't understand it the way that you do, or the way that you're feeling about a particular situation. And the hurt is ultimately what is coming to the surface. This, again, self-doubt, picking yourself apart, trying to examine all these aspects of the self and going, well, if I did it this way, or I dressed that way, or if I said this. No. There's very much the superficial aesthetic that comes to the surface with this. Maybe if my nose was different. Maybe if I got Botox. Maybe if I shaved. You know, whatever. Could I do more to be more noticeable? What is too much? Too much. The vision I think that you're holding on to right now, Pisces, is that if you slow this down, it's almost like you feel like you're losing momentum. Like you're jump in and pause. Like you're losing momentum. So it's like, I'll just keep pushing. I'll just keep pushing. And again, it's like 10 of Wands kind of energy. You're bearing the burden overall, right? You're bearing that struggle, that strife that comes with this kind of vision about manifest. Pisces, stop manifesting something that's not meant to come back and manifest the things that are supposed to renew your soul. Again, hanging on to an old way of thinking. Pay attention. Pay attention. If you want to feel love and all of the things that are important to you right now, or where you feel like you're lacking, you're going to consciously have to shift your thought process into something positive, with something outside of you that is not this person. We see somebody or something, or we've been entangled with them for years, whatever it might be, and we go, oh boy, I really want it to be this way, or you're tying an expectation to it. And we only can see it one way with a specific person or situation. For you, it's time to let go of that expectation of the idea of a person. And I think I've seen this with Leo. It's been, oh gosh, many months ago, if I remember correctly. But it's understanding that we can manifest, but to manifest is not to tie it to a person, a certain person, right? You can envision, I would like to have somebody with blonde hair and blue eyes, or brown hair and brown eyes. They would be about this tall. Like, you can envision this person of your dreams, right? Or this situation, this job of your dreams, whatever this is for you. But you can't go, I want to work for the electric company. That's the only place I'm willing to go. You're putting terms and conditions on it. Or that person, I've seen them, at the store every time I go in there, and that's the one, that's the one, that's the one, that's the one I want. Because they fit my bill. But there could be somebody else, or another job, or another situation that's going to fit the bill even better for you. You can't tie it to such a specific way that you're not leaving room for spirit to create this world for you that's going to be more beneficial in a way that you can't quite see at this time. So to hang on to this idea of this particular person or situation, spirit is really pushing you to move on from that. And I think part of that is it's kind of starting to create that tower moment for you, in the sense that where there was this feeling of things weren't quite working for a while, you knew it, you felt it, your gut could feel it, right? You're intuitive. And then it went from that to now it's almost like you're being pushed away, shoved away, ignored. So it's kind of like the intensity of a build up to a tower moment is building right now. And you have to decide how it is you're going to make these changes that are going to better serve your higher good. For some of you, not all of you, this person could be involved or starting to entangle themselves in third-party situations. And it's like, the longer you release, swear to goodness, the longer you stay in this situation, the harder hit to the confidence it's going to take its toll. It is taking its toll. It has been taking its toll. But you're being asked to make a tough decision that is going to free you up from anything that makes you feel like you are bearing all of the weight. All, those 10 wands, like the city is in the background on the original tarot card, right? Like, you're on your way. Wouldn't it just be smarter to drop those 10 wands and just start walking and go, I don't know where I'm going, but I'm going to rebuild. Let it go. Release this. All right, Pisces. Let's see what else is going on for you guys. Pisces. That intuitive knowing, another 5, seventh chakra, Archangel Uriel. That intuitive knowing, again, there's a divine awareness within you, Pisces. And I do feel like for some of you, whether you're a practitioner of such like myself, but there is a deep awareness within you that it's like you've seen this coming. You've seen it mapped out, laid out in front of you, that this is not meant for you. There's another pathway to take, but yet you're continuing to ride this spiral of this energy, even though you know better, even though you're being guided. But it's like, make sure that you're listening, trusting that spirit is guiding you, that there is this mass awareness internally and externally for you by the way others are communicating with you, and then at the same time how it is that you're feeling. And it's like, for some of you, you may be experiencing headaches as well at this time. I kind of feel like that's Spirit's way of beating you over the head and going, do you hear me? And then, you know, you're taking it, running with it, thinking about it, daydreaming about it, and then it's like, well, shit, now I've got a headache from overthinking. What is it? Anxiety? Yeah. Present energy, the anxiety card. The turmoil that's building and surrounding you right now, Pisces, is very simply that it's coming in because it's being self-created. She's protected, I guess. There's a thunderstorm out there in the background. There's all kind of stuff going on around her. But she's inside. She's in a safe and protected domain, and you are the safeness for yourself. That motion card is asking you to move away from that, to stop overanalyzing why it is that you feel down and out, why you're feeling disappointed at this time. Spirit, what else for Pisces, please? You know, rest and rejuvenation. Great need for some time out there. You know, that release, the let it go, the letting go, and then rest and rejuvenation. It's taking a break. It's separating yourself from these things. And then over here, we've got the bravery, had come out earlier. And then you've got the angel of strength. Spirit is saying to give yourself more credit. You know, like if you feel like, I don't know, maybe a terrible example, but I'm going with it. You made dinner last night. You thought it was phenomenal. You were so excited to make it. And this person ate, looked at you, got up, and went to their easy chair for the night. And didn't say a damn word about it. And it's that sense of disappointment. Like, I'm giving. I did. I worked really hard in the kitchen for 2 hours on this meal. You didn't even say thank you. And it's like finding the strength within you to keep going through whatever this is. Again, another 5. You guys have 555 here. Transformation, change, significant change. That it's going to impact the way you move forward in your life. And it's almost kind of like, I don't know, I kind of just see you like walking with your head down. Might go out, put on a great front, but you're walking around with your head down. 6 of Pentacles. What gives back to you? What is it that you're, investing in that's actually giving back to you? And I'm going to say, Spirit is addressing the fact that right now it's them. Them, they, God, whatever you put your faith into. Spirit is giving that back to you right now. They're asking you to pour into yourself. Your higher self is asking you to pour into yourself. What is this? Set me sharper, please, Spirit, clarify. There it is. That tower moment that I just talked about. You know, you guys watch me shuffle these cards. 7 of Swords on the bottom. You knew this was coming. Whatever your situation is, even if it doesn't feel like your narrative, I'm going to say this to you. Whatever this imbalance, excuse me, is, you knew this was coming. You felt it in every bit of your bones. And now it's like, it's here. Again, that self-doubt creeping in and going, I just want to get out of it. I don't want to feel this way. I don't want to do it this way. I don't like it this way. And instead of making a decision, it's kind of like being caught up in it and going, well, I don't know how to go, where to go or what to do. It could be tied, you know, to your money, your finances. I'm going to say your family and home life as well. And it's like, but if we went our separate ways, I'm going to be reduced to next to nothing in some capacity. Whatever that means for you. I will not have what it is that I need, or how would I make this happen, because you're going from a full purse to a lighter purse kind of thing. Like I've always carried this baggage with me, this heaviness, and I'm going to lose it now. Or it's going to be lighter. Like it's almost like you've enjoyed I don't want to say that you've enjoyed the burden, but you've gotten so comfortable in that burden that you can't let it go. To lighten that load, you know, the way I see this is like you see these two purses, and this is the example I was using. The one is clearly thicker, heavier, and the other one is light and can be slung around and can fly around in the air, you know, whatever. And as I say choices, there is the Judgment card. It would be so much easier to carry it and be in a lighter energy of like the Page of Wands, just creative and doing your thing. But instead, it's like, well, I'm just going to hold on to this one real quick until I decide what it is I want to do. I'm trying to figure out what pentacle was worth my time. And I think that you're giving less understanding to yourself, your own pentacle, rather than, you know, and it doesn't have to be pentacle, it can be love, right? But there's that struggle, the indifference between the two. Anxiety for Pisces, please, Spirit. Five of Swords. I mean, I said about headaches and such. You look at those two cards again, they're very indicative of the same. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. You could be dealing, I don't even know, Spirit just said Taurus, so I'm going to go with Taurus for whatever reason. Could be dealing with a Leo thus far. Pisces, I would even venture to say for some of you, you could be dealing with another Pisces. It could be kind of like looking at another version of yourself and going, oh my God. Or this Pisces could just, again, this could be about you. Aquarius, excuse me, Libra and Gemini as well. The Devil card. You can't freaking make it up. I said to you, this was my Devil card in this deck. And there it is. He's so tempting. He's so tempting. He's like, you know, it's like, take a walk on the wild side with me. What do you think? How can we make this happen? Another 5 of the 5 of Swords. You've got that 15 breaks down to a 6. This continues to come back up in your world. The number 23, you could be 23 years old. This, you know, for older Pisceans, this person could have been around for the last 23 years. You could have been married for 23 years. Whatever that 23 may specifically mean to you. But it's like, they don't ever leave you feeling good. And then it's leading you to an obsession of the self in an unhealthy kind of dynamic. You know, it's like, and it manipulates. It's self-manipulation. And they're manipulating you. Maybe they don't even realize they're doing it because they're so disconnected. But it turns into self-deception. You know? So, two of Cups. You know, 3 of Swords. Somebody could be trying to smooth talk, sweet talk, and go, I understand we have differences, but it always leads back to some kind of blame game, some kind of, I don't even want to say narcissistic behavior, because not every person out there is a narcissist, and that word gets thrown around pretty lightly these days. But when you tend to see this, it's like the only time they pull you back in is whenever they need the attention. And it's like, I need you to be attentive to me. I deserve to be attended to. It always comes back to heartbreak. Betrayal and deception, Spirit said. And I don't know, they don't have to be really necessarily involved with something else, but it's about the way that it makes you feel when it's said and done. The two of you come together in union for the wrong reasons. There could be a trauma bond between you and this person. You know, so it's like, again, it feels comfortable because you know how to react to it. You know what to expect. But now, Pisces, it's at a point that it's pulling you apart inside. You're pulling you apart inside. What's the matter with me? And understand that this, I will say this to you. And some of you, this may be, if you're living with somebody, this could be an issue of a lease. I don't even know where the hell that just came from, but I'm going to take it. It could be contractually, you know, you've moved in with this person, you're both on the lease, you've got to fulfill an agreement of some sort. You want out, you can't escape, you want to escape, you love them, but you don't. Like, there's just a lot of this back and forth. And it's like, if I just, again, push those burdens back for right now, maybe we can get through this. It's almost like you're gaslighting yourself. Going, it's not as bad as it seems. If it doesn't feel right, it doesn't light you up, it is as bad as it seems. There's a whole lot of pain and heartbreak, and it's, you know, a longing for something better, a longing to get out of this energy, of feeling trapped, bound, blindfolded, not wanting to see the truth as it stands. You know, this energy, whether they mean it or not, it's emotional manipulation, which equivalates to abuse. It's an abusive kind of energy. And I just heard Spirit say, look at their parents. With that Strength card, the Five of Wands. I tend to see this particular card in this deck as an internal conflict, like kind of like reaching up and grasping throughout the self. It almost feels internal to me, of going, where do I find the confidence? Like, I'm tired of fighting. I'm tired of trying to overstep and reach to the next level. There you are, Pisces, Cancer energy. Reaching to find the willpower to make some kind of significant change here. And it's like, you don't have that fire in your belly, the ambition that comes with that to really step into this power that is going to free you from a situation at this time. This is Angel of Strength, Spirit. Five of Pentacles. You guys, I'm going to go back one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fives. Oh, I'm sorry, 6 fives. This is karmic. It's a karmic situation with this person. And that rest and rejuvenation breaking down to a 10, it's asking you to close this out and take a minute to yourself, to take care of yourself. The Wheel of Fortune, something does want to change. And I feel like that change that wants to come through is you. But it's like, again, you're spending this time picking yourself, you know, like ripping yourself from limb to limb. And not seeing that if you took a chance on something else, that this would change everything for you. That you would be finally able to release this obsession, this codependency, this toxicity that is existing within the situation. Spirit just said too that some of this is about your job. You could have been at a job for 23 years. They're saying the countdown from 5, like they're doing increments of 5. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And some of you could be holding out for like retirement or something like that too. Just going, well, I'm almost there. I'm almost done. I'll just keep bearing the load. You're tired as fuck. You're so tired. That 5 of Pentacles, it is, you are being affected in your material world. You're being affected in the way that you are able to move forward with this 5 of Wands. It's causing that inner conflict. And the Knight of Pentacles is just like, I feel with that, like he's leaving it all behind. He needs to leave this all behind. It's like, drop those pentacles, let them go. Even if it's a slow change that's occurring, let it go and take what you know is necessary for you. Take the clothes on your back and go. Get up and go. Wounded warrior. But by God, fill your own cup. Fill up your own cup. You have to. That rest, rejuvenation, the Nine of Wands, the wounded warrior, right? She's been through it. She's right there at the threshold. King of Cups is to nurture and love yourself. You could be dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces as well. The Hermit could also be dealing with a Virgo. It's time to make a change. And I'm going to say this to you. Spirit is saying, Virgo specifically, you may be dealing with a Virgo in the future. And I'm sure Pisces, somebody out there has already got a Virgo in their life. But are they a healed Virgo? There's a better match. Spirit is also saying the company, so this is going to be a very specific message for somebody. The company started in September. So it could be an anniversary date or something like that, but something pertaining to the month of September itself. So, and that would have been the middle and third decan of Virgo season. Okay? All right, let's get you guys some advice. Advice for Pisces, please. Know, Pisces, that right now I think you're still in this position of being able to make these changes on your own, having some control and say. But eventually, with this tower there, those towers are gonna, Spirit said that towers are gonna come in threes. So prepare yourself. Productivity. I've seen that card so much. I really do believe in connection. The more you continue to work on yourself, and I've seen this with a lot of these readings in this series for the mid-month, that the productivity card has come out in the advice, or shown itself at least in the middle of shuffling quite a bit. Everybody is being asked to work on that inner child. And these are inner childhood wounds. And it's like through that, you just want serious, loving connections. You're tired of being the brave face, the brave front, being that wounded warrior. Those patterns again is coming out. I can't tell you how many times I shuffle these cards before I even get on the camera and do a pre-shuffle. But you want what is fair. You want something that makes you feel like you're whole. And I will say, do not seek the external validation. But at the same right, when you feel like you're being rejected, that opens up wounds every time. I don't care how healed you are, it'll make you doubt yourself. Pisces, I feel like this particular situation is working on overtime right now, and it could even, contractually could pertain to children. But yeah, you keep trying to give it a go. For those of you, and I'm going to say this just on a personal note, somebody once said to me, and then I had a conversation with someone later, and she said to me that too, so they went kind of hand in hand, do you want your kids to come from a broken home? Do you want to be separated in the midst of something, and then you're divorced, or whatever it might be, right? Whatever your situation is. And I'm like, no, right? Like, of course we don't want our children or our families to come from broken homes and everybody's going their own direction and holidays are crazy and hectic and we've got to split things. But do you want your children to see an example of what love is not? Because if they're in your home and they're watching this toxicity go down, they are going to relive those situations. They will either be the person who abandons, or they will be the person that's always clinging on to somebody else to help them, trying to let someone else validate who they are. So just be very mindful of that, okay? With 6 5s on the table, this is a change that's coming whether you want it or not. Get in alignment with spirit. Follow your intuition. Follow what you know to be true. That tugs at your gut. Don't make 37, 37, 10, 10. Don't make matters worse than what they are by holding yourself back. You're trying to hold up everybody else's stuff, and it's ultimately crushing you. So Pisces, I hope that something in this resonated for you. Hopefully it made sense. It's a hell of a storyline. I feel for you guys. So if you found it did, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Feel free to share your experience always. If you guys need anything, information is down in the description box below, as well as the about section of the page. Personal readings are open. And you can also go to holisticallyzenwv.com and send a message that way too. Pisces, take care of yourselves. I'm going to see you all again very soon. Sending you so much love and light. Take care.